Hey everyone, Lily from Sweet to Savory here. So today I'm going to show you how to make something unique. Have you seen Squid Game? If not, I won't spoil it for you. I will mention though that today we're going to make something special. It's one of the characters on the show and it's based off of the soldiers. So the soldiers were dressed in a red hoodie, had a black mask on, and had different shapes on their mask. The one with the square on his mask was the leader, and the lower ranking soldiers had a triangle and a circle on them. We're going to take this cake pan and turn it into something like this. The cake is going to be red velvet cake with cream cheese icing. The mask is made with buttercream mixed with chocolate Oreo cookie crumbs. And the frosting is going to be buttercream that we're going to color with food color. No fondant. I know a lot of you probably don't like the taste of fondant, so it's pure buttercream. Since Halloween is coming up, why not make these cakes to serve to your family or friends? If you want to learn how to make it, stick with me until the end and I will show you how.
We're going to start by making the red velvet cake. Sift dry ingredients together by adding 2 1/4 cup cake flour, 2 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder, half a teaspoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon salt into a large mesh strainer. By sifting these dry ingredients together, we're getting rid of clumps to create a smooth batter. You can use a whisk to sift ingredients if you like. Combine everything together with your whisk and set it aside. Cream together 1/4 cup unsalted butter softened at room temperature and 3/4 cup white sugar until combined. Mix in 1 large egg until completely incorporated. Then add 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/4 cup vegetable oil, 8 drops crimson or red liquid food color, and 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. Make sure to scrape down the side of the bowl with a spatula in between mixing your batter. In this next step, you are going to alternate between adding the flour and the buttermilk in 3 additions, starting with the flour mix. Work quickly and only mix the batter enough to combine ingredients. You do not want to overmix the batter because that will produce a denser cake after you bake it. Grease your baking pan with a spray that contains flour. Do not use a regular cooking spray since it may damage the non-stick finish in your pan. Alternatively, you can brush your pan with butter or shortening and lightly dust it with flour to coat it. This method is also known as a cake release. To bake even-sized mini cakes, use a 1/2 cup measuring cup to scoop and fill the batter into each skull head. Spread the batter with your spatula if you need to. Then, tap your pan on the counter a few times to remove air bubbles and bake your cakes in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit on the middle oven rack for 20 minutes. Cakes are done when you insert a toothpick or wooden skewer into the middle of the cake and it comes out clean. If not, bake cakes for another 5 minutes and check again. Cool them on a wire rack for at least an hour or until they are completely cool before you start to fill and decorate them. While the cakes are cooling, make the cream cheese frosting by adding a brick of softened cream cheese, 2 cups confectioner's sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon salt to the bowl of your mixer. Incorporate everything on medium speed until smooth. Then cover and refrigerate it in a separate bowl until you are ready to fill the cakes. Now we are going to make the buttercream icing. In the bowl of your mixer, add 4 sticks of softened unsalted butter and 2 cups confectioner's sugar. Mix everything until combined on low speed. Then add in another 2 cups confectioner's sugar and 3 teaspoons vanilla extract and continue to mix on low speed. Scrape down the side of the bowl and add a 1/4 teaspoon salt. Continue to mix at low speed and slowly pour in 3/4 cups plus 2 tablespoons of room temperature milk until combined. Increase the speed to high and mix the buttercream until it's smooth and doubled in volume. Now that the buttercream is done, scoop a 1/4 cup buttercream into a small bowl and 1.5 cups buttercream into a medium bowl and set them aside. If you are using the Wilton food color set like me, add 8 drops of the crimson color and 6 drops of the red color to the remaining buttercream in the bowl of your stand mixer. Mix your buttercream until the color is evenly distributed. Then set it aside in a separate bowl and move on to mixing the next batch. Next, add the 1.5 cups buttercream you had set aside into the bowl of your stand mixer. Add 1 cup Oreo baking crumbs and 1 tablespoon unsweetened cocoa powder into the bowl. Mix everything until it's evenly combined. Cut the backside of the skull head to create a leveled surface, then trim excess cake around the skull head. Divide the cake in half and place each half on a piece of parchment paper that measures about 7 by 7 inches. Add cream cheese frosting to a piping bag with a large opening and pipe a straight line on the cake. Use an angled spatula to spread the filling and leave about a 1 centimeter gap all around the cake. Place the first half on top of the second half of the cake. Use red buttercream in a piping bag fitted with a 1/2 inch slanted piping tip and pipe buttercream all around the middle of the skull head. Then, use your angled spatula to evenly spread the buttercream thinly all over the cake. This is also known as a crumb coat, where the first layer glues the crumbs down and seals the filling in so that it will not leak while you work. Place the cake in the refrigerator for 10 minutes for the buttercream to firm up. Repeat this step for the remaining cakes. Once the buttercream has firmed up, you are ready to decorate the skull head. Pipe 2 lines of red buttercream all around the cake. Use the parchment paper to help rotate the cake while you pipe. Use your angled spatula to evenly spread the buttercream around the sides, then smooth the edges around the top side. Now you want to use the Oreo buttercream in a piping bag that is fitted with a 1/2 inch round tip and pipe on the mask. Leave a 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter gap around the cake while you cover the skull face. Smooth the mask out with your angled spatula. Use a clean fork to poke even grit marks into the mask to create a mesh look. Clean your fork in between while you puncture. Now you want to complete the hoodie look by piping a line of red buttercream around the mask. Then smooth out the seams by using your angled spatula to evenly spread the buttercream and blend it into the rest of the hoodie. Don't worry if the buttercream is not completely smooth. We will take care of that later. Use a disposable piping bag to fill it with melted chocolate and cut the corner to create a very small opening. Pipe horizontal lines across the middle of the mask and vertical lines from the chin to the middle horizontal lines. Lastly, use the piping bag filled with plain buttercream to pipe on a symbol on the top part of the mask. You can create a variation on each mask by alternating between the square, the triangle, and the circle symbol. Refrigerate cakes uncovered for 1/2 hour for the buttercream to firm up. Our final step is to smooth out the buttercream. Moisten a clean paper towel with warm water. Rub the paper towel all around the cooled cake to smooth out any wrinkles or lines you may have. Make sure to do this while the buttercream is firm. Then draw a zipper look for the hood with your melted chocolate by where the chin is. Place the cake back in the refrigerator uncovered. Buttercream firms up while it's refrigerated. To serve the cakes, peel the parchment paper, place cakes on a serving plate, and allow cakes to soften at room temperature 15 minutes before you are ready to serve them. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and will give it a try. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.